Hello and welcome, my name is Bjorn and today I want to talk about the Band of Air Nerf and I want to get some preparation done for when the Band of Air Nerf comes. If it already has come in, I've missed it on the patch notes because I have checked out the patch notes and I haven't seen anything on the Band of Air Nerf. However, I do want to prepare for it. If it's already happened and I've missed it because maybe I haven't been playing as much as I should, then I'm definitely behind. So, for those of you who don't know, when the Band of Air Nerf happens, these journals here will not be proccing it anymore. These journals give a lot of DPS because they proc the Band of Air. However, we are going to be switching these out when the nerf does hit. I believe the Mythic set isn't going to pop it, and obviously the journals are not going to pop it either. So what artifacts are actually going to be the best? Well, I just want to mention 3 of the artifacts real quick that I do have. If we... Oh, we don't actually have them, so we gave them to someone else because they needed an artifact set. So I gave them the Heart of the Black Dragon, Heart of the Red Dragon, Heart of the Blue Dragon. Them artifacts, as a set of 3, they give 10% recharge speed. Now, do I think these are the ones we're going to be using? No, I don't think we are, for the reason that in terms of item level, they are the same as the journals, which means we wouldn't gain barely anything in damage unless that recharge speed does make up for it, which I doubt it does. So it's looking like we're going to need item level to increase our base damage to make up for the loss of the journals. So which artifacts can you actually go for? Well, I believe I do have some of them, and if I can find them in this mountain of mess in my inventory, then I'll definitely show you. As you can see here, we've got the Neverwinter Standard. Now the reason this is going to be one of the ones that might be used is because the item level goes up to 1000, the journals go up to 600 a piece. So if we're using Neverwinter Standard, a Jewel of the North as well, that's 2 artifacts at 1000. However, if you can't get your hands on these for whatever reason, there is artifacts that you should be able to get. So if we go down to the campaign store and we go over to the Dragon Slayer's campaign store, and we scroll all the way down, what you're going to see is a bunch of artifacts, as you can see. Now, 4 of these are part of a set. So you got the White Dragon here. You're looking for, underneath the stats, it says use. That is the bonus that it gives you. That is the, you know, when you pop your artifact, that's basically what it is. It's the power that it gives you. So it hits your enemies with a cold ball from a White Dragon, damaging them for 10k and reducing their movement speed. Now I'm looking for them kind of debuffs, you know, the whole reducing their movement speed, that's a debuff, not a very good one. I'm not looking at how much they get damaged. But as you can see, they are part of a set, the Dragon Soul Brooch and the Dragon Soul Belt, and when you pair them together, it's when you use when you use an encounter power, you gain a stack of Celestial Alacrity, I think that's how you see it, granting 2.5 crit strike and 5% incoming healing. So it's not a big deal. It stacks up to 3 times, which means you gain 7.5 crit strike. We've got the blue one. As you can see, if we go on the use, hit your enemies with a lightning bolt from a blue dragon, damaging them for 9100 and stunning them for 2 seconds. So the debuff is the stun. And then it's part of a set. You got the Dragon Scale Neck Guard, Dragon Scale Girdle, Blue Dragon's Mark. When you use an encounter power, you gain a stack of Vanguard's Alacrity. Again, I hope I'm saying that right, granting 2.5 awareness and 5% deflex severity for 5 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. I believe this is one of the best ones for tanks, for the simple reason is that I've never seen a set give anyone the stats as a tank that them stats actually give you. You're going to be getting 7.5 awareness and 15% deflex severity. Green, hit your enemies with a poison ball from a green dragon, damaging them for 7300. Your targets continue taking damage 1000 damage every 2 seconds for 12 seconds. So it's kind of like a damage over time. Again, not that much of a big deal. Part of a set, Dragonmine Charm, Dragonmine Clasp. When you're using a counter power, you gain a stack of Insightful Alacrity, granting 2.5 crit severity, 5% movement speed for 5 seconds, stacks up to 3 times, so it's 7.5 crit severity and 15% movement speed. Not a big deal again. And then we have finally the Red Dragon's Mark. Hit your enemies with a fireball from the Red Dragon, knocking them down and damaging them for pretty much 1100. So the knockdown is essentially the debuff, and it's part of Dragonhide Choker, Dragonhide Sash. When using a counter power, you gain a stack of Aggressive Alacrity, granting 2.5 combat advantage and 5% movement speed, which would be 7.5 combat advantage, 15% movement speed, with it stacking up to 3 times. So when it comes to these things here, I would use them, but not as the main artifact. I'd use them just to boost the base damage, just for the item level, because I do believe these go up to 1000. I've never seen them at Mythic, but if you look at the Genos at green, their base item level is 100. If you look at these at green, it's 200. So I'm inclined to believe they go up to 1000 at least, maybe 1200, who knows. But here we've got Black Dragon's Mark. This is the one I'm paying attention to. Obviously, I do need some currency. AD, not a big deal. I can get AD whenever. Hit your enemies with an acid ball from a Black Dragon, damaging them for 5400 and decreasing their damage resistance by 2%. That is a really good debuff, and that is probably the one I'm going to be running as the main artifact. Technically speaking, I do not need to buy any of the other Dragon's Masks, typically because I've got the Air Nerf and I've got the Neverwinter Standard. But let's say you guys can't get your hands on them for whatever reason. They are on the auction house, but I do believe these masks work out to be cheaper AD wise, as long as you've got the currency. But if we look here at the Dragon's Mark, this is essentially going to be a really good debuff, and it is not part of a set. It's a really good debuff because it decreases the enemy's damage resistance by 2%. Now, the thing is, when it comes to the journals, you've got the Envenomed. It's kind of a selfish one. It boosts your own AP, your own damage, etc. Some people use the Frozen. Depending on the content, they'll switch the artifacts out in order to get some buff, debuff combinations going. So I think the Black Dragon's Mark will be a really good one. However, I do want to get up real quick, if we can, if we go on the auction house here, and we'll type in the heart of the, and then we'll type in blah. So this is going to be 210k for green. As you can see, the item level base is 100, because at Mythic the top item level is 600. Now if we can find a Mythic, yeah, here we go. So as you can see, it's 600 is the top. However, when you read it, deals acid damage 20% more if you are Dragonborn, to up to 7 enemies in a line in front of the user, and causes acid to splash off them to nearby enemies. So this is more of an AoE type thing, whereas the mask, it didn't specify that it hit so many enemies. It might once it's upgraded, but as I said, I have never seen a Mythic one. I'm not sure people are even using them right now because of the journals. But splashed enemies take 1100 acid damage every second for 10 seconds, so it's a damage over time as well. And they take 10% additional damage for the duration. So any enemies that are splashed with this acid, they then take 10% additional damage for the duration. This is one of the best debuffs in the game. It also grants you 5% defense for 8 seconds, set 0 of 5. I feel like maybe that's part of a 5-piece set because it's got the number next to it. Again, I don't know. I only use 3 of them. I don't know why or how you can actually use all 5 artifacts. It makes no sense to me. So maybe it's just, that's just what you get. I don't know. I don't do much testing. I don't trust console testing, but that's just me. I do know that people out there do console testing and the numbers are pretty accurate, but it's just not something I'm into. However, if you were going to use something that's a really good debuff, Heart of the Black Dragon is a good way to go. However, you might not make up the loss in base damage without the item level, which is why it's a shame that I can't show you the Mythic version. Maybe I can go on collections. Hold on. Give me a second here, guys. No. Okay, it's not going to be that far back, so we can look at artifact equipment here. Dragonflight? No, not after Dragonflight. We've got the necks and the waists there. Nope. Yeah, I can't even find them on collections, guys. So I can't even look at the mythic versions of them artifacts that are in the Dragon Slayer campaign. Yeah, kind of Dragon Blood Charm, Dragon Blood Clasp. Again, no big deal. It doesn't matter. But that Black Dragon's mask, I want to say, is going to be going up to 10% damage resistance. It's going to remove 10% damage resistance at Mythic. Could I be wrong? Hell yeah, I could be wrong. But with it being 2% at green, you got to level it up to blue. Then maybe it's 4%, then purple, then 6%, then legendary, then it's 8%. Then mythic, then it's 10%. So if you're going for a straight item level, I'd say get your hands on Air Nerf, Neverwinter Standard, or 2 of these Dragon Mask artifacts. However, for your main, this is what I'm going to be running. Again, I just want to prepare for the Band of Air, so I need to get my hands on this Black Dragon's mark, and that is simply for the debuff on the damage resistance. They could bring out much better artifacts. Like, we need some more selfish artifacts, you know, for like solo play and all that, because the journals, they were really good, the envenomed were really good, was really good for solo play. I could get my AP back, it wasn't an issue, but I could also take it in dungeons just in case there was no communication and I just wanted to get the highest damage output. Yeah, I feel like we're lacking in that department when it comes to artifacts. Maybe there's artifacts I don't know about. As I've said, I've not really been into the game that much. I've been playing ESO for the longest and I've just been having a load of fun over there. But let me know your thoughts on this down below. What artifacts are you going to be running when the Band of Air Nerf finally does hit? Are you going to be running the same as me? Or do you know of any other artifacts that may help the viewers of this video? Check out the comment section. People are always helping out in the comment section. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new. You want to make your way back to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.